Next, let us discuss about sales transaction entries. The sales invoices, sales credit notes, sales debit notes, and cash sales will be entered via inventory and billing system. After that, you will post the transactions to accounting. When you receive payment from your customer, you will enter the receipt transaction via accounting module and offset with the invoices, credit notes, and debit notes. Here, we shall see the important GST related areas in sales. There are the tax invoice, credit note, and debit note with or without reason description. Prepayment is an important aspect too. We will learn about bad debt relief and also the bad debt recovered. When you want to issue an invoice to your customer, you will create an invoice. After you have selected the item, the related GST tax code will be shown and the GST amount is calculated automatically as well. You can print a tax invoice from the system. Once the invoice is posted, editing will not be allowed. According to Goods and Services Tax Act 2014, if there are changes in quantity, amount, tax rate, or cancellation of transactions, credit note or debit note must be issued by the related parties. When you create a credit note or debit note, remember to select the Update from Invoice option so that system will prompt the list of the invoices. Click the Accept button and the Select Invoice screen will be prompted. Select the related sales invoice. All information from the invoice will be copied to the debit note. In the body section, select the reason of issuing the credit note. The reason is maintainable at Maintenance menu, Miscellaneous Files. Click on the reason Maintenance. In the credit note and debit note printout, you will see that the related invoice number, invoice date, and the reason is printed on it. When you receive prepayment or advance payment from your customer and it will be used as part payment for the supply that you are going to make, you need to account GST for the prepayment or advance payment. The prepayment or advance payment will be considered as inclusive of GST. When you enter the receipt transaction, select the prepayment option. Once the receipt entry is saved, financial entries will be generated with GST inclusive. In the GST regulation, the paid GST output tax for those outstanding sales invoices which are more than 6 months can be claimed back from customs. Go to Transactions menu, select GST Bad Debt Journal AR, then click on Bad Debt Relief. Select the customer. All outstanding invoices of the selected customer that have exceeded 6 months, as on the date set in Journal Date field, will be listed. Tick on the check boxes to mark the invoices to process. The financial entries will be generated automatically by the system with tax code to ease your journal entry transactions. They are strictly for viewing and not editable. These financial entries are generated based on the GL accounts mapped in the Housekeeping menu, Run Setup, General Setup, GST Setting. Click Save to save the transactions. When your customer has settled the outstanding invoices, you will need to refund the output tax claim to customs. Select the customer and only outstanding invoices of the selected customer where bad debt relief had been processed for GST refund will be listed in this section. Tick on the check boxes to mark the invoices to process the tax refund to customs. The financial entries will be generated automatically by the system with tax code to ease your journal entries. They are strictly for viewing and not editable. These financial entries are generated based on the GL accounts mapped in the housekeeping menu, Run Setup, General Setup, GST Setting. Click Save to save the transaction.